Hello, Virgo. Hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day or night. This reading is going to be timeless. So whenever the now is that it finds you is perfect. Just see what resonates, leave what doesn't, and remember that divine inner guidance is in you. Try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. We're going to take a peek into current energy, a little in the future, a little bit of love, a little career, and some general insight to be helpful for you. So let's begin with the gigantic mystery deck and get some foundational messages for you guys. And then we'll layer the rest of the reading with this. So let's begin. See what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What are the opening messages that would be helpful for Virgo to know? Please and thank you. Messages for Virgo. Yeah, Virgo, you have something you're really talented at and you're not pursuing it. Or you haven't even figured out yet that you should be doing it, that you could make a living from this, that you are going to shine because of something that's unusual about you. Something really different that not just anyone can do. So for some of you, you know what this is. You've put something on hold. You're not practicing enough. I hear you've been told already. So maybe others have noticed this thing that you're talented at, but I'm kind of getting you're multifaceted. I don't think you're just talented in one area. And this could be anything, Virgo. You could be great with numbers. You could be great with people. You could have an unusual, really special way of, I'm getting like dressing, expressing yourself. This could be a musical instrument. It could be that you are going to be an amazeballs teacher, but there's something you're talented at and you're not tapping into it. You're not doing enough with it. And for some of you, you don't even know what this is. But if you follow your joy, follow those little messages that you get from little earth angels where they tell you, hey, Virgo, you're kind of really good at that. Have you ever thought about doing that? Or I always enjoy that you're the one I can go to for this. When you get that and it's repeating in your life, especially from others, listen to those. I'm getting repeat compliments, that others have. But I keep seeing a big sun and the word joy. So I feel like something is going to be illuminated. I always see the sun as really feeling like yourself, feeling good in that energy of happiness. And I always think of a kid playing where you just aren't so stressed out. You don't care about the clock, or the daily duties. It's where the clock melts away. You wish it would, be that day for Evs and you want to do it again the next day. So I feel like you're going to be directed on that path in that direction. So maybe you have to start by pursuing what makes you joyful. Oh, looks like that's your opportunity. You're going to get a little knock at the door. I feel like somebody's actually going to give you an opportunity to do something that's really different for you. I kind of see you like wanting to hide behind the curtain. like you're like, hiding behind that curtain. Don't hide behind the curtain. Answer the door, answer the call, step through that portal, that doorway, get out on stage, let yourself shine. I don't know why I see a podium. So that could just be like an energetic imprint, but I see you there with like a script, or like your notes that you're going to start to talk about. And I actually see you just forgetting it's there or throwing it away and just going like all natural, just like going off script, going ad lib. being in the moment. And I feel like that's going to be part of why you're different at something, why you're getting more knocks at the door, why you are receiving more opportunities in your life, because you don't do it cookie cutter like every other person. I also feel like you do come prepared, but you need to be a little more flexible. So if something doesn't go according to plan, just go with it. Go with it. Also, some of you might be getting a visitor with this knock at the door. I mean, that could be a friend, a family member, a lover, somebody you expect, or somebody unexpected. Let's see. Oh, you're getting a big turnaround, Virgo. Not just a little turnaround. I hear a big comeback. So, I mean, that could actually be somebody coming back, but I feel like this is your energy. You're making a big turnaround. I don't feel like you're turning around into an old cycle, though. I feel like you're doing something completely different. I keep hearing off script. So maybe some of you are actors. So a big turnaround is coming in your life. I kind of feel like you don't really expect this situation. I don't know why I just saw a flying squirrel. So maybe it's a leap of faith, but you can actually fly. I see a tree. So the tree makes me think of deep roots branching out. I just saw the most interesting image. I feel like you're almost jumping timelines. Like there was always an end of the branch. And I feel like you found one branch that actually continues to grow around the whole world. So I don't know what that means. Maybe you do something online, on the internet, you connect to somebody from a different part of the world. Maybe some of you want to travel the world. Maybe with the world and the big turnaround, something happens, like I actually see in a day's time, or a day can change everything. The world of opportunities are in your hands. You end up on a path you never thought you'd be on, even though maybe there's familiar things in your life. Because you feel different, everything feels different. It feels like really big energy for you, Virgo. What else? What else for Virgo? Yeah, look at you. You have a lot of stuff coming in. You know, it's like I saw the squirrel. So I mean, I also think of the squirrel as preparation, and I saw you with some notes or like a script or something like that. So I do think there is value in preparing. I just heard to say practicing again. So maybe you need to practice something, and it's not about being perfect. I feel like there's some kind of beauty in the imperfection with what you're doing. But if you miss that, the last wave, another one's coming, a better and a bigger one. And I feel like you've even been like bobbing out there, treading water for a little bit, waiting for it. I feel like it hasn't just been one wave that you've missed. You felt like something passed you by a couple times. But if you're catching that next wave, you're feeling that exhilarating energy and experience while you're on it, but you're taking that wave to the sand, to the shore. It's almost like you're getting to ground this beautiful experience. But I actually see you running back out and getting another wave. So I do feel like this is something you want to do again and again. Let's see. Let's get another one for Virgo. Exactly what I just said. Live in the moment. Get on that wave. Experience how it feels on your skin, how you feel inside, those emotions that you get. This is where you are absolutely living in the now. It's like when you're in the middle of a dance, in the middle of playing a song, if you play an instrument or you sing, you're not worried about the couple notes ago that you kind of messed up on, or that really hard, difficult part and high note coming in the last part. Don't even think about it. Just be on the note you're in and allow it. And that's when that flow of energy, that flow of divinity just enters in you and you exude it out there. Live in the moment that you have. How can you make each moment better? So even if I always see the dishes situation for whatever reason comes through to me. So if you have to do the dishes, if you have to do the laundry, you know, if you have to organize the drawer or do the daily duties, how can you make that better? Put on a good song, put on a sassy outfit, dance around while you do it, and before you know it, the task is done and you also had a good time doing it. Maybe for some of you, I see you listening to something inspirational. Rose, you good? So maybe for some of you, you put on something and you're learning something as you're doing something else. I do see you multitasking your ass off, Virgo, but I feel like you're doing it with things that you really enjoy. I kind of feel like you enjoy more than one thing at once. Live in the moment. But that's all. I'm also seeing, like, I just saw somebody with like a sleep mask on. You know, if your moment is really tiring, you know, you had a big, hard, long day and you just need a nap, take a nap. That's the moment you're in. Listen to how you feel in the moment that you're on. I like how it's just like icing on the on the window. I do feel like you're doing something different here. Also, maybe you see something that's a sign. It's not a normal sign. It's as unusual for you as walking by a store window and seeing the baker inside take their icing thing and drawing on the window like it was a moment just for you to see. You know, it's going to feel really personal or just kind of unusual. And I feel like it's a divine sign for you. I don't know what that is, but I feel like it has to do with a weird moment that you happen to observe. So what else for Virgo? And then we'll dive into career. So another message for Virgo. Hi, Rose. What you doing, babe? A car. Maybe you need to go on a trip. I did see you connecting to places in the world, but maybe it's not that far. Maybe it's someplace you can just jump in your car and go to that's close by. Or maybe it's the car ride to the airport. Maybe you're going on a road trip with someone. Maybe, you know, you're knocking on someone else's door, sitting out in the car beeping. I do see you doing that with someone else, but for some of you, I feel like you're doing something alone, but you're arriving somewhere where there's somebody else. A trip. Living in the moment. I feel like I want to get one more. And then let's clarify all these. Maybe some of you are getting a new car. Or you travel for work. I feel like you're like leaving the office. Maybe getting in a car is important. I kind of feel like if some of you with this living in a moment, catching the next wave, if you get inspired or you're uninspired, you know, if you're trying to do something and you're kind of stuck, maybe just take a walk around the block, get in your car and drive and not even have a destination, just see where you end up. So you're kind of changing up your energy. I see somebody with like a really good song, you know, so maybe if it's cold, you got those heated seats, or maybe you have the window open. Maybe you're doing both. I swear, Virgo, maybe you're getting a little bit, you know, sassy with the dichotomy of energy and you're doing a little hot cold thing at the same time. So let's get you one more and then go to career. What is one more message for Virgo? I love your reading so far, Virgo. You have to start being thankful right now because you have so many big, beautiful blessings coming in. Not just one knock at the door. For some of you, maybe you need to be the one to knock. Get in your car and show up to something. This is you feeling grateful right now and having unconditional gratitude that you know without a doubt in your soul that big, beautiful blessings are coming in your life. So you're already in that energy of abundance. I'm also getting openness for it to arrive. Before I go to the career, Rose is here, and I think she might have to go out. She's trying to talk to me. So let's let Rose out, and I will continue your reading in a moment, Virgo. Virgo, let's continue. We're gonna go to life and career and get you a message when it comes to life, career, prosperity, abundance, projects you're working on. I hear a clear direction. So what would be helpful for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for career to be helpful right now, please and thank you. This connections card keeps coming through. It's all about your connections. You are gonna get a knock on the door, and there is a big comeback or turnaround coming, and you have a lot of waves to catch here. So this is you building bridges, Virgo. This is you making the right connections. For some of you, you already have some pretty, I don't know why I hear prominent, sounds so proper, prominent or special people in your life. Maybe some people that have a lot of connections, but I feel like there's a lot of helpful people around you already, but I also see a lot more helpful people coming in your corner, helping you out, speaking on your behalf, promoting what you're working on, believing in you, Virgo. This is paying attention to all of the connections in your life, though, because maybe that was a sign. You never know who you could be talking to. So if any of you do have a situation you are leaving, I feel like you are doing it with grace, because I feel like even people that didn't quite get what you were doing, or maybe really understand you, you know, maybe their energy was a little off. I see those people even being the ones in your corner in the future, even if you thought they weren't on your side of the bridge now or in the past. So I feel like you need to give something time, but you do need to pay attention to the energies you really feel connected to right now. Those are the ones that are going to help this movement, this direction. What does this even say? Hold on, let me get my glasses, Virgo. You are taking a car trip or a road trip here. So maybe you're going to visit somebody. Maybe it has to do with a bridge, getting on the right highway, the right track. Build bridges between people and contact those. I did see you maybe having to be the one to knock at the door. Maybe for some of you, it's sending an email or making a phone call, sending a text, you know, putting it out there. Say, hey, do you know anyone that would be helpful with ... Or do you know anyone looking for this kind of job? Or do you know anyone that's, I don't know why I see somebody selling their house. Maybe you're looking for a property or something like that. Maybe you need to get your little, you know, your feelers out there so people know you're looking for whatever it is. And, you know, maybe this isn't going to be a wave you directly catch, but maybe it's a wave somebody else catches and they ride that wave to your shore. I just thought of that song by McLachlan, I Love You. I'm really glad that came through. The words in that song are absolutely beautiful. And I looked at that at 19, which is like the sun. So maybe look at that song. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. And I feel like in that song, the one thing she never said was, I love you. And she kind of let that opportunity just pass her by. It's like she had so many things she wanted to say and all these feelings that were going on, and it just kind of slipped away. So maybe it's speaking up. Maybe, you know, I feel like it's saying I love you. I don't think it even has to do with love, you know, like the lovey romance department here. I feel like for you, Virgo, it's expressing your, where's your gratitude? Your gratitude to all of the people that helped you along the way and are continuing to help you along this path. the new ones that show up, and even the ones that maybe created a little friction to get you on a different path. I feel like all of it was a blessing. So it's all how you look at it, your perspective. And I feel like you just expressing like, thank you so much for helping me. I love you so much. It's not an awkward I love you. It's an honest, authentic, and unconditional I love you. You know, you're not making these connections really to get something back. You're making these connections because you're in the right vibration where it's an equal exchange of happiness and energy. It's like an energy connection here. I'm getting it's very true. It's very real. It's very you. I'm also seeing it's kind of raw. So I keep hearing imperfection, but I feel like that's what's beautiful. I think that came through before. So maybe that message needed to come through again. Why am I going to this? Maybe we need one more. That was kind of weird. Let's get one more. You got a big turnaround. So there was a light off in a situation. Maybe you felt lost and now suddenly you feel turned on and found. Maybe you thought something was a lost opportunity. All of a sudden that light comes on. Maybe this was a person, kind of got a little bit lost on that trip, went off the path. Maybe somebody's making a big turnaround back to you, but in a big different way. It's interesting because I totally autopiloted that, but I want to clarify the connections with the tarot. So all this lost energy, I think we should dive into the abyss, Virgo. I brought the abyss, the tarot of the abyss. It's a pretty deck of cards. It looks like it's all hand drawn with like a pencil, and it's just black and white. So let's clarify connections for Virgo. Taking actions now, and it's setting you up for that next opportunity, that next big wave. I kind of feel like you're just doing this, Virgo. You're just talking about your project. You're just talking about yourself. You're just talking about yourself in an authentic, raw, real way, but with that energy behind it. And I feel like you're getting someone excited to work with you, to help you out. And maybe it's just somebody so excited by your excitedness that they talk about your conversation with just the right person at just the right time that needs something that has to do with what you have to offer, Virgo. It's kind of what I see. Like it kind of feels like an accident, but it's not. It's like more like divine direction. Maybe divine intervention if something was completely out or lost, you know? Maybe it has to do with somebody following their intuition, a light bulb moment, an epiphany moment, an aha, that's what you should do now moment. So let's clarify connections for Virgo. What would be helpful to know about building bridges between people, making contacts, making new contacts? I feel like you got to look through your contacts. I feel like you know, you could have hundreds in there. And sometimes I see one of those weird contacts where you never really got to know the person. You may never have even called them, maybe once or twice, maybe one or two texts like 7 years ago. But you put it in your phone as like Bob from this restaurant or something like that, where you met someone, or, you know, Susan that knows Joanne, you know, like something like that. So you could remember which Susan that was, but you don't really know them, but you're going to remember the conversation you had or something about them that maybe now is going to be helpful for you. So go through your phone, It seems so silly, but there's going to be something you're going to come across, and it's going to be like that light bulb. You're going to know that's the person maybe you should send another text to, or maybe just open up that conversation and say, hey, how you doing? I know we haven't talked in 22 and a half years. I was just thinking about you and found you in my phone. Oh my goodness, is this still your number? Maybe it's somebody from way in the past that's coming back around into your life. So clarity for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus on connections and building bridges. Please and thank you. Oh, you got an awakening. That's that light bulb moment. So I love that this came through right before I went to the tarot. But this is judgment. It's very big. It's a big divine call. It's the call from the heavens. It's the angels, you know, playing their trumpet. And it's time to do something different. You have your angel wings here, but you're not flying. So it's time to fly. It's time to come out of that cocoon. Awakening and or AKA judgment is number 20. This is a very big energy. I feel like there's going to be a wake-up call from some others. I feel like maybe somebody didn't believe in you in the past. And it's kind of sad that somebody needs to see how far you've come or the results that you've had to make this big turnaround, but it's still a big turnaround. Not everybody learns their lessons at the same time, nor is everything always understood or understood by every individual the same. So awakening is no judgment on anyone else. It's seeing the divinity in everyone as well as that humanity. I kept seeing that raw, real, not perfect. So it could be the energy of forgiveness, letting something go. People mess up, you mess up, you know. But this always circulates back to you because that's where you grow. That's what you can control. That's where the energy needs to be. Because when awakening comes, you have a big new cycle that wants to come in. But you have to have a little reflection on how you went through that past cycle so you don't repeat karmic patterns. It's not being hard on yourself if you messed up. It's having awareness of it, thankfulness because of it that you have grown and not doing it again or not doing it like that again, doing it different. Now you know better, you know, and it's also awakening, but I'm getting it's a spiritual awakening, like bigger than has happened to you in the past. It's a bigger knowing. It's a bigger calling inside of you because you're supposed to be on this, you know, road to your destiny, tapping into these talents that are a drive away. It was kind of an interesting thing to see. It's inner reflection big time, but it's completely letting go and transforming into something new. Even if you don't quite know what's on that new path, you don't quite know how much you're going to grow or how much you can expand or what that new territory ahead is, but you're getting excited and itchy and ready to take that final bow, that thank you, I'm ready for something new. And this is where you shed the old skin, you release the baggage, you have complete awareness of, you know, what you want to do differently, how you can do something better. But it's never completely a healing. It's never completely imperfection. It's a constant circulation of growth and changes in your life. That's big. You got a big one, Virgo. So that's major arcana. That's a big situation. It's also where maybe some people around you are, I kind of see you're, I don't want to say creating this awakening, but definitely inspiring and definitely kind of a muse and or catalyst to this big awakening in others' souls. It's almost like by example, you're giving people permission and inspiration to do something in a totally different way than they always did it. Like, well, Virgo can do it. I could probably do it. Like, I feel like it's really, you have a lot of people that were stuck not getting their waves, not getting in the car, not tapping into their own talent, not even in the energy of gratitude, always kind of looking at what doesn't work. You know, this always happens to me. And I feel like you're just putting a beautiful positive spin in your life, but it's, whether you know it or not, it's affecting a lot of other people. So let's get another one. Clarity on Judgment, number 20, Awakening. What is this big wake-up call about for Virgo? The Queen of Swords. The awakening starts with how you communicate, how you speak up, how you step into, like, she's very powerful. She's very direct. She's very clear. Even on the top of her sword, there is like a light, like this light bulb. So the Queen of Swords, I mean, it's an air sign. Maybe you have air in your chart. This could be somebody else that's speaking on your behalf, because she likes to help. It's interesting. Whatever I said about people learning before, I kind of feel like this is just an energy coming in for you, because I'm doing a reading for Virgo, or this is somebody very important in your life. The Queen of Swords definitely would like vouch for you, because she's definitely one that can communicate, change how she communicates to different people so that point gets across. She's very smart. She's very witty. She's kind of funny. Even if she has an awkward or strange sense of humor, it's very much her own. She's very independent too. Sometimes the Queen of Swords comes out and it's like, concentrate on your career right now, not love. Or this is the divorcee. And that could be true, but it doesn't have to be. She can have her own business, have her own thing going on, and absolutely know how to speak up and have somebody else be in charge for a little bit. Or, I just see, like, watch the kids or give her a break or fill in for her at work because she needs a little sassy time with her honey. But she's still kind of independent. I think that upright, she feels a little weird if it was a codependent relationship, because it always makes her feel a little stuck. She has too many ideas going on in her head that she's not getting to, and that would kind of overwhelm her. But I feel like this is more about you right now, Virgo. So this awakening is paying attention to your thoughts, paying attention to those light bulb moments, holding on that sword, and whatever I said before, calling somebody up, having a conversation, speaking your truth. Queen of Swords. She's very direct though. Maybe you just have to be direct. Don't beat around the bush. Don't get lost in the details. I see, like, just get the key bullet points of what you need to say, because I kind of feel like if you get too deep into something's gonna get lost in translation. It could be a Queen of Swords that's having a big turnaround towards you too. But she looks like she's thinking, and she's holding the blade of that sword. So she's holding something that's very sharp, but delicately. So maybe it's something that you need to say, and it could be received as, like, kind of direct, cut to the chase, sharp information, but you deliver it in a delicate manner. I don't know why I see you softening the blow on something. Maybe this is you cutting some people off, or expressing boundaries, what does or does not work. I kind of get with this connections, you speaking up on what works for you or not actually gets you more respect, because people respect the Queen of Swords. We look at everything both ways, so let's just look at her upside down for a little bit, because maybe it's giving you, because I did see somebody that was weird with you in the past that's gonna have a big, maybe divine wake-up call. Maybe that has nothing to do with you, but generally in their life. But for some reason, you come back in this illumination in their life, and this queen was upside down. She's probably the roughest one. She's really harsh. She really says things that hurt. That could be somebody that really hurt you in the past. Generally, if she's upside down, she meant to hurt you. If she's upright, she could have said something that hurt you, but she didn't really mean to. It was more like constructive criticism. She didn't expect you to take it so personal, man. But upside down, that's mental manipulation. That's somebody who is very low vibration in their mind, and they have very repeating thought patterns that are kind of negative. So that reflection goes out there, and she sees like weird stuff in everyone else, but it's just a mirror of her, of what's going on in her internal world, and maybe even her external, because it is a mirror. So maybe that's somebody that was having a rough patch in their life. They weren't really thinking clearly or in a positive vibration at all, and for some reason I feel like you were always vibrating pretty positively over here, and that could have just rubbed her the wrong way. She didn't like that, and for some reason, Virgo, maybe hurting you made her think that she was going to feel better. That would be somebody that was pretty lost. Definitely not listening to the call from the divine over here. And probably somebody that was getting a lot of karma in their life until maybe they got a big wake-up call. And I kind of feel like for some of you that had nothing to do with you, but that had to happen in someone's life, and somebody may have made a big turnaround. And now maybe they're actually vibing with you. You know, that can happen. Or somebody that was, I don't know why I see high school now, Virgo, like somebody that you kind of you never got along with in high school. Or just, let's say, a long time ago, you know, an old job you had or whatever. And then let's just say 20 years go by and you reconnect with that person, and they are not like they were when they were in high school. We have cycles. We grow up. We have experiences. We change. Hopefully we learn. But I feel like if this is somebody you're reconnecting to, they've learned a big lesson in their life. And I kind of feel like you're going to groove now. So maybe give somebody the benefit of the doubt if somebody does come back, but you recognize that their vibes are not really what you remember. Interesting. So it could be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. But whoever this is in this card, she looks like she's really peaceful, but she also looks like she's been through the ringer a little. I feel like this is somebody that, oh, she heard me knock on the ground. I do feel like this is somebody that's had some like pretty rough patches in their life. So maybe a little empathy. Trying to see with this, the divinity in someone. Because look at her, you know, look at the side here. Maybe she even realized how her sword maybe was intended to cut somebody else open, you know, hurt them, but it actually ended up coming back and hurting her. Or it could be vibes that came back and she attracted the same kind of personalities and vibrations of what she was putting out there, and she had to learn a lesson a really hard way how she made others feel. So I only wanted to peek at that, but maybe that was important because I'm not getting the typical like, I mean, I wanted to swear, Virgo, like bitch ass personality that can be, because she can be really harsh. Like you just don't even want to be around her. But I'm not getting that. I kind of feel like that was the past. I feel like this is somebody who's done a big turnaround. And I don't know why, either now or in the future, you are the one they're grateful for. And if this is you, maybe you had past experiences where you said the wrong thing at the wrong time. Something came around, but you kind of felt like you were stuck in this weird cycle. But if it's the Queen of Swords, I feel like it's more with you, Virgo, a rewiring of your brain. Because I feel like that she has her eyes closed and she's by herself. So I feel like it was maybe repeating thought patterns you were telling yourself that you couldn't because of this, or kind of that lack mentality. And as long as you address that, illuminate each thought, you can redirect all of your thoughts and change your whole vibration really easily. Let's just balance these two, because we have now a court card and a major arcana. So clarify the Queen of Swords, please. Just let's go a little deeper. The Ace of Wands. I feel like that Ace of Wands is that illumination at the top of her sword. The Ace of Wands is that spark of spirit in somebody's soul. The Ace of Wands is the big heart-on of the universe. Showing, you know, it's big, it's bright, it's adventurous, it's expansive, it's fiery in nature, it's masculine in nature. It's a new start here, but it's a new start that happens with passion and creativity. Oh, I'm holding the wrong card. Holding the wrong card. It's a phoenix. Virgo, somebody's the phoenix rising. They had to have a little burning energy to totally transform. This is where you transform. You literally like become a new being. Ace of Wands is very powerful. It's a very powerful new beginning. And this new beginning, not only are you flying, you're releasing something as well as holding on to something. It's interesting. It's kind of a twofold energy. You know what you have to grab onto, Virgo, to like keep something sparked up, you know, keep something burning, keep something growing. Don't let it fizzle away. Give it a little attention and then put it on the back burner. Keep coming back to this idea. Keep coming back to this partnership. Keep coming back to this communication. But also have that energy of allowance. That Phoenix is rising. It doesn't want to be on a leash. So I feel like you are both grounding something, thinking clearly, releasing something, evolving, changing, beginning. Let's move along, because I feel like that Ace of Wands, Virgo, is a beautiful little I'm going to keep these down because I feel like that was our message. Was a beautiful little segue into the love department. That being said, let's get you a little love, but I don't know which one. I'm not sure which one to use for you. I keep looking over at the Divine Truth, but I haven't used that in any of the zodiac readings. I don't know if that's the right one. So maybe because I mentioned it, it is. But let's do this one because it's right next to it. Hold on. This is the combo. It's a very pink combination of Whispering Heart and romance and love. So let's start with this. And maybe you guys do need a Divine Truth. So, I mean, I usually feel like those cards often relate to somebody from the past or somebody you're connecting to now that you already have some kind of energetic bond with. But because you have Catch the Next Wave, big turnaround, it's kind of like you have everything. Past, present, future here. Untapped talent, future gratitude. And then living in the moment. Let's maybe do that, but let's start with these two. Please help us with some messages for Virgo. Virgo, when it comes to love, relationships, maybe even friendship, situations, romance, overall love department area. Please and thank you. What would be helpful for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah. Please and thank you. Clarity for Virgo. Hideaway. Oh, you need a little hideaway. What does this say? Hold on, Virgo. Where are my glasses? It's like a little sacred, secret space that you need. This might be love, but this might be something for you. It just makes me think of like a sanctuary. Make time to be with your person. Create your Virgo. You got your own little special hideaway. I kind of like this. It feels like I don't know, it feels like a special little thing that you and somebody else know about. Isn't that a song? A place where only we go, or a place where only we know. Oh, this is really sweet. Maybe you have a place like that, Virgo. Maybe you don't. Maybe you need to create one with this person, either in your life or coming in. I do feel like it stems through a conversation. I did see the world. Maybe you've always talked about a place you wanted to go to, and that becomes like your spot, like your place. Make time to be with your person. Create your own special hideaway. It's telling you you have to create it. I mean, that's kind of a cute little message. I like that. It makes me feel like you're like, I don't know why I see like somebody putting up a tent in their living room. Like, even if you have to be in your living room, Virgo, I feel like you're still making it kind of like special, like a kid. You know, well, let's go in our little hideaway. Yeah, I really like that. But I'm also getting it could be an actual space. It could be some, you know, a park or special restaurant. I just see a bench. I don't know why I see somebody actually telling you, Virgo, about a special place that they have. Like, they don't tell anyone. That's a place they go to and they just want to think. They don't want to be bothered. They want to be alone. And for some reason, either soon or maybe in the past, somebody tells you about their secret spot. Like, they've never told anybody about their secret spot before. But for some reason, you are the one that connected to them in a different way. And they felt safe with you in their only safe space. They actually feel safer with you there. That's really, really sweet, Virgo. But if that's not your story, maybe you discover one together. Maybe you got to get in the car and just see where it takes you. I feel like you're going to take, it's interesting, it says trip. I heard turn. I see somebody, this is kind of cool, Virgo, maybe this is a little adventure for you. I see like two people in a car and you get to the end of the street and one person gets to say right or left or straight, you know, depending on where it is. And at the next intersection, somebody else gets to take a turn and they go a different way, and just see where it takes you and see if something looks like it is twinkling or like really special. You know, you want to pull in and see what that's all about. Why is that weird baker in that window over there putting icing on the glass? That's really weird. Maybe we should go in that bakery. You know, I feel like it's like an experience. I'm such a weirdo, Virgo. I am a Virgo, by the way. So hopefully you connect to me here. I'm kind of a hodgepodge, interesting mix of other signs. If you don't know my chart, I do put it in the description. I don't put all of it, I put some of it. But I am a Virgo, Pisces rising. I got my own opposite going on there, and then a little Leo moon, just to throw a monkey wrench in that situation. So, all right, let's get a little more clarity for Virgo. Also, I want to mention, I didn't say this in actually any of the other zodiac readings I did, but often if you want to have a little more specific insight on love, look at your Venus. That's actually the best place to look at for your sign to like really, you know, center in on what's going on in the love department. So if you are interested in love, maybe look at whatever reading was your Venus, because that's not generally a sign that people look at, but it does give you a different like facet on a situation. Also, I want to say, like, look at your Mars too, because the Mars kind of reminds me of this Ace of Wands. It's like a little more passionate, pursuing, heated. All right, let's see. What else would be helpful in the love department for Virgo? Ooh, you got something weird coming through. So you have toxicity. You got this weird pink. It looks like it should be pretty, but it's not, barbed wire. So, I mean, you do have the Queen of Swords, which is good, because if she's your friend, she's going to tell you if something's toxic in your life. Like, hey, you're amazing. What are you doing in that situation? But if this is coming through for you, you need to have awareness of maybe somebody whose light's not on, their energy's a little bit off. They keep going around in circles and not learning their lessons, repeating patterns that are just continuing to be unhealthy. But if that's anything that's now affecting you, you need to maybe pull yourself out of that situation. You know, if somebody's throwing you off course, or, I mean, it's not even like ropes here. It's like barbed wire on your energy. I did see that pokey thing there. But toxic relationships can drain your energy and your self-worth. It's not a big message, Virgo. It's just telling you to be aware. I mean, you have this big awakening over here. So if anything comes in your life, or is attracted to your beautiful light, but it kind of feels like it's sucking out your energy or draining you or holding you back or restraining you or trying to, you know, redirect you in a weird manner, and it doesn't feel right inside, you trust that. Set your boundaries, walk away, create some space. This could also just give you a reflection of habits, patterns, people, places, things, situations, whatever it was in your past, you're not going to repeat in this new awakening. But I kind of feel like with you guys, Virgos are very in tune with their bodies, with health. So maybe some of you are, it's not necessarily about a toxic relationship, but it's your toxic relationship to a specific something that is kind of draining your energy. It could be anything from eating a food you didn't know you were becoming a little bit sensitive to as you grew up, you know, or a habit that you keep repeating, but it's kind of draining you. It's taking away your energy from something that vibrates much better, something much more healthier for you. So maybe it's just going to the gym. I hope she's not too loud, otherwise I will pause her. Let me pause her 1 sec. So I'm gonna give you a look at that. Just have awareness. If it's not like something that you can address, tweak, change, substitute with, and it is an actual environment or relationship in your life, it does not matter, Virgo. It doesn't matter how close that person is to you. You know, whether it's a family member or a friend that's always been there. If their vibration is off to the point where it is draining your battery, keeping you stagnant, stuck, and lowering your, what does it say? Your self-worth, you take this big sword and you create closure. You create distance, whether through a conversation or silence. You do not have to apologize for somebody else putting toxic energy into your world. You just need to put that power into yourself of what you can change, which is you. If there's somebody that's toxic, you can't always be the one to help someone. You can be an example, and hopefully somebody will make a big turnaround and eventually make some changes in their life. But if there's something you can change to make your life healthier, change it. You know? So, ooh, that felt like a little soapbox moment for Virgo. All right, let's get another one. Let's get another one on love. Also, Virgo, the thing about Virgos is they're so helpful. And people don't always recognize that your heart is always in the right place. Virgos sometimes can overgive because you do want to help someone out. You do see the potential in people. You do want someone to get better. You do want someone to make a big turnaround. But sometimes people will take advantage of that help, feed off of your light, feel like they're even better around your energy, but at the same time drain you and make no helpful inner changes in their life. So just be aware of that, Virgo. There may have been somebody you really had the best intentions towards and you really wanted to give, but you kept feeling like you're constantly hurt. And that's a really crappy place to be. So don't put yourself in that position again. You have a brand new cycle coming up. What else for Virgo? Please and thank you. Falling fast. And you do want to make this little tent in your living room. So when you fall fast for someone, you fall fast and hard, head over heels, or somebody is falling for you, wanting to be in every wave that comes in. It's okay to take your time if you need to do it at a different pace. And if somebody else is at a different pace than you, whether faster or slower, be this Queen of Swords. Speak, talk about it. Express yourself so somebody knows where you're coming from, because that can get you back all on the same page. If love happens in your world quickly and big, I feel like I see the ball in your court. The ball is in your court on the pace you want to go. That's best for you. Love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process. I just thought of Eminem. I just thought of a friend of mine who was like, he put his hoodie on and he didn't really know all the words he was doing the Eminem song. Just a great song. But don't get, smothered in somebody's energy and then not do, all these beautiful things that you need to be doing with your talent. The road trips you've planned with your best friend. The moments you, I hear savor, but I wanted to say enjoy with your family. The project you've been working on, the things that you already got going on. Don't completely rearrange your life because somebody else falls in. I feel like you having your own things going on and keeping your beautiful little space for you is actually going to bring something together deeper, more grounded, more secure, and more stable to last in the future instead of just being fast. But everyone's pace is different, Virgo. So that could be somebody falling fast for you. Maybe you're trying to slow them down. Slow down. Whoa, Nelly. I see a horse now. All right, so let's get one more. And then I for some reason, with you guys, want to grab the divine truth. But let's just do one more for Virgo. Please and thank you. Oh, you got true love, Virgo. So if something, maybe this is, you do have this, where is it? You do have this segue we had with this Phoenix rising Ace of Wands, big turnaround situation. Maybe somebody falls into your life out of nowhere and turns your life around, turns it upside down, but in a good way. So in order for something to have this true love, there's going to be many chapters. Fast, slow, up, down, weird, amazing. It's all part of the beautiful love story. Otherwise, it's just kind of vanilla and a little boring. So a deep and enduring connection goes beyond superficial attraction. It's divine. Well, what is that then? That's a divine connection. And I did see the divine truth. So segue into the divine truth for you guys. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Also, a gigantic deck of cards. I really do like this deck, though. I feel like it's just beautiful and a little sassy. I like when they're a little bit sassy. So let's get one message for Virgo. I feel like that one is just kind of an extra message. I like the falling fast into true love and hide away. I'm also seeing for some of you, you may have fallen fast and hard. I don't know why I just heard sugar is sweet. And I'm gonna Virgo, I'm embarrassed with this song that's coming through. I'm a little embarrassed, but there's a old Disney group. We're going way back to the new Mickey Mouse Club, and they started like a cool band. There was a song called Sugar is Sweet. It was called The Party. And I think that's taking me to 6th grade because I can remember listening to that in 6th grade. I don't even want to look at the year that came out. But maybe something fell fast. It was like a sugar rush, but maybe it was a sugar rush and it kind of burnt out. And, there was never another wave. or never a big turnaround. That was that lost situation. This is not everyone's story, but it could be some of you. So maybe that's what's turning around, who's knocking at the door. Somebody could be coming back, and maybe it's after a big wake-up call into divinity, because that's what this is. This is when somebody hears the angels, talks to God, listens to their higher self, connects to their soul, and makes changes in their life. And maybe that's why something that was initially attractive still has that chemistry, but comes back way different. But I would say if that's you, you need to have some alone time together. Learn about each other again. All right, message for Virgo, please and thank you. What would be helpful right now from the divine truth? Because you're irresistible. This is you, Virgo. You glow in the dark. You know, you're like, oh, I have nothing to wear today. Where's my neon puffy paint? Get the black light. I'll show you an outfit. Like, I feel like it's just you being the unusual you that you are is what's irresistible to a person. Because this is somebody who's never met anybody like you before. They don't have anybody to compare it to. So somebody can't resist you. Maybe that's why you have to slow someone down over here a little bit. You know, whoa, Nelly, you are the best I have ever had. You have my undivided attention. So if anybody in the past is coming back and their attention was divided, especially if it was on the wrong energies, I feel like I just heard Elvis has left the building. I feel like those energies have left. I just see like can't pass go. I actually see now whatever toxic energies were around, whatever that is, and that could be habits to people, are literally kept out by divine barbed wire. So I want to do another one now. That's what happens with this deck. I keep wanting to go. So let's do it. And then let's clarify these for you with some tarot, and then we will end with that. So one more message for Virgo. What would be helpful to know? And for some of you, this is somebody new. The moment they see you, obviously they're falling fast and hard. They want to come knocking at the door right away. They don't even want to wait till tomorrow. I do feel like somebody opens up to you right away. And it's your glow. It's your energy. It's your vibration. It's your illumination. It's your ability to pull somebody into the moment where they want that moment to last for hours. And this could be a new person for some of you. All right, one more. What else would be helpful for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please and thank you. Love offer. Yep, somebody's coming back. Got their fancy pink suit and they're riding. I kept seeing the whoa, Nelly. This person has their imaginary cowboy hat on, or cowgirl, you know, depending on who's watching this. I want to offer, I did see the world before. Somebody wants to offer you the world. They also want to promise you that you will have the best version of them. Not that weird ass, immature, you know, unpredictable, in and out old version that they were. This is somebody coming back new, coming back correct, coming back different. That's somebody who has had many awakenings, or a big one that made a bunch of changes in their life. They don't want you to have that old version. You've probably inspired someone to have a lot of changes in their life, you know, to the point where maybe this person couldn't find the perfect pink suit, so they had to learn how to sew. They had to go get the right fabrics. They had to tailor it just right, so it's just perfect to... We're going to see them knocking at your door. Knocking at your door. with the right, beautiful vibration. Because they feel like I get that they feel like they are cut from the same cloth, or they have been tailor-made for you, but they were around or wearing the wrong vibes before. Now their vibes have changed, Virgo. I promise you, you will have the best version. This may have been somebody that made promises they did not keep. So if that is the case and it's somebody coming back, and or if this is somebody new and they're promising you the world, you know, everything you ever dreamed of, big, beautiful words, but they don't show up on that flying lotus in their imagination cowboy hat and pink suit, you have to look at actions, not just the words. I am getting this is where actions match words, and somebody wants to keep coming back. Let's clarify with the tarot, Virgo. I keep looking at this one, so let's do this one. It is a little bit different. We're doing some different decks of cards with you guys. I've been trying to switch up the tarot on all of these readings. I switch up the tarot and I switch up the love, but I've kept the same deck for the mystery deck and the career one. But let's clarify before I pull. I got a big mess here. I'll show you I got a big mess. Let me organize, go a little Virgo, and see these so I can look at how they connect the dots for you. I'll be right back, Virgo. I'm pretty proud of how organized this looks. This I couldn't do when I was over there on my couch. So let's dive into the Memento Mori Tarot. I like that this is very vibrant. It was also a beautiful gift that I got from a friend. So clarity for Virgo. It's also a little stiff. I haven't used it that much. So messages for Virgo to clarify love. The love offer: irresistible, toxicity, hideaway, falling fast, and true love. I feel like I want to clarify the love offer. So let's clarify the love offer first. Clarify love offer for Virgo, please and thank you. Ooh, that somebody's hiding this. Somebody is addressing their fears. Somebody is going to reveal a lot of secrets to you about what they've been going through, what happened. Somebody is going to take something that was in the dark and bring it to light. Maybe somebody was really scared about this return, or how to come in, or how to offer you the world if they could follow through. This is connecting to somebody's deep fears, but it's being seen, it's being addressed. Someone's looking at the ebb and the flow of a situation, cycles in their life. What was under the surface and what is breaching into the light. I feel like breathing again. Maybe somebody felt like, I don't want to say like smothered or like pushed down somehow. I feel like somebody was stuck underneath that water, but maybe they were lost in their emotions, not knowing how to address it. Maybe it was a lot of emotion somebody was feeling. This is somebody with this love offer that if they're coming to you with the best version of them, they had to maybe even go through the dark night of the soul, or bring to the surface many things they didn't want to look at, maybe even facets of them. That's 18. That's a major arcana, big energy. It's following instinct as well as intuition. I kind of feel like also this could be something that this person has kept like inside of themselves for a long time, resisted a little bit. Not knowing when to begin, but also maybe resisting some change because there has to be a release. If this is somebody new that you're meeting, I feel like you don't even recognize how many changes are happening underneath the surface inside of this person because of you. I feel like you will have illumination on that. But I feel like it's maybe a slow process that's happening in this individual's world and or inside of who they are. Clarity on the moon, please. Yeah, they're releasing their fears. It's the same message. I love this. You got death. You got a Scorpio energy. So this is somebody that's no longer fearing the unknown. This is somebody that is no longer that old version of them that they were. They're leaving that shit in the past, Virgo. They're not bringing the baggage. They're now attentive to the light instead of the dark. They're attentive to possibilities instead of, I hear stagnancy, like being stagnant. I think I may have made up that word. Death is living. It's, taking that imaginary cowboy or cowgirl hat and absolutely thriving in the moment, being in the now, deciding to live because time is precious and you don't know how much you have. So if this person was keeping something secret or under the surface or way too long, they don't want to keep it there anymore. That's starting to feel uncomfortable, and especially if somebody's had an awakening and that old skin, that old them, that old version of their life or who they were doesn't fit them anymore. This is somebody heading towards, with that 13, balance. They're heading towards that emergence of the divine masculine and feminine together to create something brand new that feels like art. Like somebody is now, I kept seeing that cut from the same cloth thing, and now I see somebody making a tapestry of their life. Death is beautiful. If it's upside down, it's somebody not letting go of something that's done. It's done. It's gone. Like, hasta la vista. I just totally went Arnold Schwarzenegger on you. And they're still kind of holding on, hoping it's going to come back, hoping something's going to change, not making those changes themselves, only looking at the darkness, only looking at what didn't work, instead of the other way, which is so bright and free and beautiful and alive and thriving and starting to be in the now because you are alive. So what can you do today that makes you feel alive? I kind of feel like you make somebody feel like they're like, I kept seeing that breathing, like breathing again, living again, excited again. Even the death is on this fancy horse here. 13. You have 2 major arcanas. I don't know why I keep looking at the 3 and the 3. Maybe 3 days, 3 cycles. I'm just kind of getting a brand new creation. Let's clarify something else. Let's clarify the hideaway. Talk about the hideaway for Virgo, please, and thank you. You got the Queen of Swords again. You got double whammy here. So maybe you need to speak about how you need some alone time together. Look at how powerful she is. Maybe you need to speak about, I just see her as that interdependent relationship, not codependent, because she doesn't really, Queen of Swords doesn't really need anybody's help. She loves to have somebody in her corner, supporting her, believing in her, but she can do it on her own, with or without that, because she's that strong. She's that strong in her mind. She doesn't let somebody that's a weird energy over here stray her off the path. Also, this is the message, I'm glad it came through again. This is the message I was going to say before, and I think I got off track. So the Queen of Swords is also the person that she has this beautiful, beautiful capability of preventing other people from being in toxic situations, something that wasn't really healthy, purely by speaking about her own past or her own experiences, because she speaks about it in such a way so she might recognize I don't know, it looks like you're getting into a little red flag situation over there. Let me tell you about this thing that I went through. And she says it in such a way that I feel like other people learn lessons they never had to go through purely by her expression or by her experience, because she vividly does not want someone to feel the pain or go through a situation that she has gone through. So she's almost like that, kind of like a teacher, where she brings something to the forefront of somebody's consciousness before they actually have to dive into that weird experience. It's like they get to learn the lesson through what she messed up with. It's kind of like they bypass the class. So, I mean, whatever I said before about the Queen of Swords, that's just now a double whammy coming through with her. But now I feel like it's you. I feel like it's about your conversation, about you speaking up, about you setting boundaries, about you speaking about your dreams, talking about all this stuff. So it's not just in somebody's head or somebody's reading your thoughts. And if anybody over here has this beautiful love offer for you, and have all these like secrets they've kept or dreams that they want to express, and they're not having a conversation about how you were involved in that future they are planning up, maybe you need to ask some questions. You need to be involved in future plans, especially if it involves you and someone else. It can't be a one-sided coin here. So let's clarify that Queen again. But now it's the Queen coming through in the love department. The Five of Pentacles. It's where the Queen felt like she was left out in the cold, left in the dust, not cared for, not respected, not seen for how amazing that she is. If you got the Five of Pentacles, that could be where the Queen of Swords has to speak about some slumps, because sometimes this is finances, but usually it's where somebody threw you out in the cold, didn't even throw your mittens or your sneakers, shut the door, and you're like, what is going on? What is happening right now in life? And sometimes it's easy to get stuck out there in the snow, stuck in, you know, what wasn't going right. But it's a 5. And this has to do with your real life, what you experience, what you touch. And I feel like the Queen of Swords, she'll make that lemonade out of the lemon. She'll turn something around if it's not in her favor. She'll take a hurt situation and rise above it, elevate out of it, and grow bigger because she learned that lesson. Not let it get her stuck. She'll be like, oh yeah? Watch me now. So I am getting this could have been finances, but we're asking about love here. So I feel like somebody left her in the cold, left her in the dust. Didn't see her worth. Maybe this Queen had to come clear with how valuable she is, set her mind to what is healthy for her and not take less than. But if the Five of Pentacles is coming in, it's because somebody decided to knock on that church. Somebody decided to make the moves necessary to make something better, instead of being complacent outside where something wasn't working. Also, there's a little boy here. So maybe I did see somebody helping somebody grow, or helping somebody change, or helping somebody out of a weird cycle. So maybe this Queen is helping somebody that kind of felt left out, like that, you know, if that was you and you're that Queen, you're helping somebody who is in a kind of cold situation. Let's get another one. Clarity on the Five of Pentacles, please, and thank you. At the bottom. Ooh, got the devil down there. Okay, so we'll take a look at him. We'll keep that under there, but I feel like that's coming back to that toxic energy. That's what's being released. It's not being in lack mentality. It's not being in barbed wire or chained down by some weird energy here that doesn't, look at all these chains. He can't even get up. He's down there on that throne. He doesn't look happy. His head's down, and he's chained himself to this weird ass, not even a throne, chair, stuck and stagnant. There's no growth, there's no movement, there's no elevation that happens towards the light. I just keep hearing down in the dumps. But it could also be, we'll look at this, it could be just a Capricorn energy that you're connecting to, which is very strong. But I like this because this is somebody addressing emotions they didn't want to see or feel, and situations in their life they didn't even want to look at anymore. They don't want to see how stuck they were because of some toxic, weird ass people around them, or a person around them, or things they were doing that were actually chaining them down from beautiful blessings and moments of joy in their life, because they got so used to it, or their mindset was really off, or their vibes were really low. This is somebody who's ready to face it. When this comes through in a reading, Virgo, it's because whoever it is dealing with this devil energy is willing, ready, able, and in such a beautiful light vibration of God, they can look whatever devil it is in the eyes and say, what? What? And you know what? You just completely take away its power. But you have to be willing to face it. Sometimes this is just the too much. If we want to go light and fluffy with the devil. I looked at that at 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So sometimes it's just too much of something that you're doing is restricting your energy, taking you away from something else. And that could be anything. That could be chained into work. You're working so hard, you never go out when there's a knock on the door, or get in the car with a friend, or are available to catch that beautiful wave because you're working too hard, even though that's a good thing and it's responsible. So sometimes you gotta lighten up those chains you're keeping on something. If this is the opposite and all you're doing is going out, having a good time, living in the moment, but you have all this untapped talent over here and you're not practicing, or you're not, putting those plans together or making those phone calls with the connections that are going to get your project moving or get you in that big open door of opportunity that's going to bring you the money that's going to really take you on that road to success, because you're just kind of having fun, getting by, not really taking it serious, then you're chaining yourself to your own beautiful blessings here that want to come through, because there's something bigger you're supposed to do than just partying every night with your 3 friends. Wow, that was so specific. Maybe that was helpful for someone. But you're still going out and you still feel off. Even if you feel good when you're out, there's still that inner calling there with that angel that's calling you to do something bigger, because you're supposed to be doing something more divine. There's an inner purpose that you're meant to do, and it's like you're ignoring that. This could just be drinking too much coffee. If we want to go even more light and fluffy for Virgo. You're drinking too much coffee, too much soda. Even too much of the gym. Go to the gym too much. You don't give your body proper time to rest or day off, for your muscle fibers to really grow. Anything done too much can restrict your energy from areas of your life where your attention placed there can bring you better balance, because this is taking you to balance. So what's imbalanced? What needs to be changed? Is it a little tweak? Is it a big tweak? A big cutoff? Is this a transition, or is this a severing? Upside down, I also see this in a different way. It could be a little bit of passion can go a long way, because this can be somebody obsessed, overly focused on something, not wanting to let it go, keeping those chains on someone or something. No, you are mine. You're not going to go and talk to God and elevate and go towards the light. You want to stay here. You don't go up there where those beautiful blessings are and you're going to growth and have expansion. You were just supposed to be this. And it's weird outside validation. That one thing did say, somebody affecting your self-worth. Anybody like that definitely needs to be rid of, because you have all these beautiful connections that believe in you. Even if it's just recognizing you at potential. Have you noticed that whatever I said before, You know, when I saw like somebody saying, hey, you're really good at that. Have you ever tried to do that for a living? Even if it just comes through as a compliment and a whisper, that can be the divine talking to someone, especially if it rings true inside your soul, Virgo. But this could be, because we have this love here, somebody else's energy that they were in. You didn't recognize that they were in chains or they were restrained. And all of a sudden you come in your life and you say, what are you talking about? You're not chained down. You're incredible. Look at all the potential you have. You can do anything. And all of a sudden you bring this beautiful light in someone's world. That light goes on and they can see what's around them that is not even comparable to your light. But how somebody changes out of that situation is free will. And that can be annoying and difficult. But prayer is really powerful, Virgo. And it's not just for that person who come to you. It's for everyone to be better. You know, God works in mysterious ways, Virgo. Have faith, trust, and come back to this beautiful living in the moment. These are the moments you are so grateful to have. This is my marriage card. This is my dance in the gazebo card. This is not even a gazebo. It looks like whatever you're building here is a beautiful Victorian house. So for some of you, maybe this love offer, this true love coming in is going to lead you to marriage and or a union, whatever you want to call it. But it's a day-by-day situation with that Four of Wands. It's not just the big wedding and you forget about the after party, or you forget about the honeymoon, or you forget about what's going to happen in 5 years, or you forget about, you know, I don't know why I see a family dinner, you know. It's all of those moments that make up the beautiful snapshots of your life that are important for you, that you look back on, you feel so grateful to have, unless this is an offer that comes in your life and you or someone else is like, I don't know. I don't know if I can get up there on that dance floor. That feels a little awkward to me. And then what they do is they live in regret. They chain themselves to, you know, the side of the dance floor, to that chair, instead of getting up and just, like, I get someone like, I don't know. I just saw a very specific scene, and I don't know if you guys know the movie Can't Buy Me Love. It was like Patrick Dempsey, I can't say his name right. And he like watched this weird show to get like a dance move, and he didn't know if it was cool or not, or how people danced. And at first he gets up there on the dance floor. I'll find the scene and I'll put it in you. And it's like, at first everyone was like, what is he doing? And then he got everybody to do this like weird dance move. I kind of feel like it's like that. Like somebody was told, like, no, you can't do that. That's not cool enough to go to the school dance and do that move. You know, you saw that on TV. That's definitely not cool. And this is almost somebody that says, oh yeah, like I don't even have to know. They could be completely oblivious, but their energy is so amazeballs. They get up, everybody's on board, everybody's doing this weird dance. You like beat all the odds, beat all the weirdos, beat all the weird vibes. That's what you gotta do. You believe in yourself. You believing in someone else is getting them on the right path, but it's not up to you to fix anybody. Hopefully you grow together. I don't know why I keep seeing like the nerd that turns cool. Like he actually was pretty cool. But if everyone's just looking at somebody from the outside and you don't get to know them, how are you gonna know? Maybe that's you too. Maybe that's why this came through at the end of the reading. Maybe somebody just didn't see how deep you were. How much, you know, you have going on. You know, they just looked at maybe surface level, and that was just keeping somebody else in their own chains. I see all of those chains breaking. melting, going away. And there's a lot of powerful energy of transformation here. So we're gonna leave you with this. This was a long one, Virgo. You got a big one. You got a big one. You got the big reading so far of the zodiacs. I love you so much, Virgo. I hope this was helpful. I hope that next wave is coming very quickly and you start to be in this energy of gratitude right now today, because something beautiful is coming in. That light bulb moment is gonna happen. Get ready for a sassy knock at the door, and or a knock at the door that, you know, brings you towards an opportunity that taps into that talent inside of you, that connects you to abundance and prosperity and the chance to live in every single moment that is offered to you, that you get to have because being here is a gift. All of it. You know, the weird, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, the brilliant. I love you so much. I hope you enjoy this reading. If you like the zodiac readings, please comment below and let me know so I know to continue these or not. And with this, I bid you adieu. I wish you many beautiful blessings. I love you so much, Virgo, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.